Hi, my name is Avert, and this is episode 8 of my series for building a time tracking application with Hypermedia. Um, the date is January 10th, and I hope everyone's excited. Today, I'm primarily going to focus on adding some design stuff like Bootstrap to the front end. The first few episodes I've worked on API, and the last two of episodes I've started to work in front end, but it's looking pretty ugly right now, as you can kind of see in the left. I'm not a designer, and if this application is ever successful, then maybe it'd be worth bringing in a designer. But until then, I'm just going to go for free tools. So I thought about a couple of different design frameworks that I was interested in, and landed on what I would consider one of the oldest ones, Bootstrap. Just because it's just CSS and I don't want it to be too up in my React code. I just want to add some classes. I don't want to do a Tailwind thing where I completely move away from CSS. I just want to import some style sheet and do some overrides. And so I'm very curious what Bootstrap is like. Version 5 came out a little while ago, and I think I originally used version 1. I'm going to add a theme from a site called Boots Watch, and I just looked around a little bit for different theme sites, and this seemed like a decent one. One of the things I needed was I wanted to do something basic, and it had to be open source because what I'm making is open source. So using a free theme is not enough. I wouldn't be allowed to redistribute a free theme, so I actually need to use a real open source theme. So I'm going to use one of these. Maybe I'll do a feature too if there's enough time. I'm going to try to keep it under an hour today. And just some last housekeeping stuff. Usually, after every episode, I create pull requests for everything I have done that day. And so if you're watching this not live and you're watching this on YouTube later, then you can find those pull requests in the description. This might help if you find them going too fast. So I think we just got to get started. Let's see. So I set my goals down here. The first thing I want to do is fix a live server. And the last episode, I adopted ES build, which is you could consider a Webpack alternative that's much faster and lightweight and fewer dependencies, and apparently it's up to 100 times faster for some code bases. So far so good, but it doesn't come with some of the batteries included Webpack does, including a live server. And I just want to have a simple development server that will automatically restart as I'm making changes. So I found some scripts that basically helps me do that. Except it's not entirely correct because some errors will actually cause that script to die entirely and need to manually restart it, and it's been super annoying in the last episode. So I think just to start off with, it makes sense for me to just fix that bug so I can improve my happiness going forward. So let's do that. Can remove the clock here, and here's our server. Oh, wait, that's the API. This is the front end server. I guess, is it not showing? Yeah, I guess this looks correct. Cool. So if I make a change, maybe it's worth actually just like adding my code here so you can more easily see. So right now this says time tracker. And if I change it, it should restart. Doesn't do that. Okay, let's just restart it altogether. File change detected. Okay, did it that time. So is this working? Yep. Okay, it's a little slow, but it works. So the issue is when I start doing stuff that TypeScript doesn't agree with. So actually it's fine too. Okay, maybe what it needs is a typo. For instance, a function that never closes. There we go. That's a real error. Perfect. Cool. So I'm hoping I can fix that. Okay, I'm just going to take a look at the serve file. Because this is the issue, is that after that it's just fully stopped and I need to manually run my server again. And it was very annoying the last episode, so totally worth fixing. So this is the serve.js file that I found. Honestly, I should at least credit the author. If I can find it again, because I think it's worth, yeah, there it is. So this this script does effectively just three things. First, it creates a builder, and the builder is just the ES build tool. The second part is Chokidar, and I hope I say it right. It sounds weird. Which all it does, from what I understand, is just watch changes in files, and once it detects a file change, that it will call this builder.vbuild. Lastly, live server. This just watches for. Oh, sorry. This is just the HTTP server, and it serves static files. So I have a suspicion that it's just this line that causes stuff to break. So I'm just going to see if that's true. So I don't know what this returns. Can I find out? Okay, it's going to hover over foo for a little while, and then Vim usually gives me a pop-up. Ah, it's a promise. So that's useful to know. So we should do this async. And now we can just await the rebuild. And if that fails, at least this is the theory. If that fails, then it's going to output something on the console and nothing else. Okay, let's see if that worked. Cool, so I'm going to do a normal change first. And now I'm going to do a breaking change. Okay, so share the error, and it seems to work. It doesn't kill the process. So let's remove it. Does it rebuild after doing that? Yes. Okay, cool. So probably the biggest negative now is that this is a bit of an ugly error, and maybe there's some way that I can refine how this looks like. But for now, I'm happy with this. Cool. I'm also going to change the package version because I'm keeping track of these. The package versions are the episode numbers. It's just for fun. And cool. So what was our next goal? Add Bootstrap. Cool. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've done this. I remember Bootstrap used to use a language called less, because way in the beginning, both Sass and less became popular around the same time. And I remember liking less more. It's grammatically funny, I guess, but I liked it more, and I don't remember why. It just seemed more appealing to me. Maybe it had to do with it. Sass was Ruby or something. Maybe didn't like Ruby at the time, but also I remember that Sass basically won, and there's a lot more Sass to be found everywhere compared to less. So I'm very curious that if I look at Bootstrap now, how that works. Is it still going to be Sass or less? Is it going to be difficult for me to adopt that? I think I just want to, for now, just for starters, just use a simple CSS file. Oh, and the other thing I should probably look at is that I wanted to use Bootswatch, and maybe they have some documentation around how this should be used. So yeah, I guess I need to start off with like picking the template that I want. Ooh, this is kind of fun, but it probably doesn't make sense. I don't know. Minty, I like this. Cyborg, a darker theme. Very Ubuntu. Maybe for fun, I'll start with sketchy. I can always change it later, and it kind of does have a little bit of a zany vibe that I'm into tonight. This is neat. I also like this. Oh, I don't like this. Doesn't seem very usable. Maybe I'll try a Vapor. It's a bit over the top, but doesn't matter. We should be able to swap it out after. Is there some instructions on how to use these? Yeah, there's a help. Precompiled CSS. Using themes is easy as downloading a CSS file. All right. Oh, it is using Sass. That's good. But I don't have Sass support yet on my own system, so I'm not sure if I want to set it up in this episode. Might do that later. So I'm curious if Bootstrap uses Sass or less or just CSS. But maybe also here I should just use the precompiled files. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, this is precompiled Bootstrap. Let's see that. Okay, got Bootstrap, now Bootswatch. Looks like they also, I can just download a CSS file here. We're gonna go with, I think it was Cyborg, no? I think it was Vapor. Okay. All right. CSS. Bootstrap, let's CSS. Maybe I'll just start here. Don't even do the minified one. I'm still developing anyway. I think eventually I probably want these to be regular NPM dependencies so they're easier to upgrade. But the goal is really just to get to something and improve things later. And I also wanted the Bootswatch. Oh, I think this CSS file already includes Bootstrap itself too, so I don't even need Bootstrap. It looks like it's the latest version. Okay, cool. Let's just remove the Bootstrap stuff then. Okay. I guess, is there anything interesting in my main? Probably not. That's very minimal. Okay. Removed. Okay, and now I'm going to import Bootstrap. Okay. Cool, that worked. Now I need to learn Bootstrap. So I guess we probably want to find, let's start with the navigation bar. I'm actually gonna grab this too. Okay, that's the nav bar, I guess. Content, no. Layout, no. Customize, components, nav bar. I feel like these things should start with a demo. Okay, what's nav and navs and tabs? Okay, cool. So I think I should start here. So first, I think the entire nav bar would include this part. So I think I'm gonna start with creating my nav bar component. need to always import React. There is a way to get rid of this, but I need to make changes in two tools, which is TypeScript and ESBuild. And I haven't had interest yet to do that, but it does annoy me every time I need to type this because I need to import React, but there's no word React here, but it has to do with some of these tags. Cool. There's my new nav bar. Okay, so the first thing Bootstrap step says that navbar require wrapping navbar with navbar expand. So I guess this looks like this would be it. So let's do class name equals navbar expand large. Okay, that did nothing, but I wonder if it needs to be on a nav element. Or it requires a container to exist. Yeah, I'm just gonna try it. Interesting. Can I do this as an H1? I feel like I just want an H1 for this because that's really the title of the application. I did it in a very clumsy way. And then after that, div is going to add navigation again. So it will compile. Okay. You know what? Maybe it is working. It seems to be. Okay. So maybe I need to change something about the color. Oh, there we go. Navbar. Dark background primary. Okay, so I use BG primary. Fair enough. Let's do that. Funny. Oh man, I love these examples because I don't really feel like learning everything Bootstrap, and I can just copy from examples. I guess I also want navbar dark. Cool. This is very strange. These gradients. I wonder if it has something to do with maybe my height not being correct. But I'll look into that a bit later. Cool. So I'm just looking for something else that looks like an obvious kind of clickable menu. I guess like a lot of these are hidden now because of my screen width. So this looks like kind of what I'm looking for. I guess, is it this? That looks like it, I guess. Navbar collapse. Does that mean for grouping and hiding navbar contents by a parent breakpoint? Okay. So that is what we're looking for. I'm gonna make a actually, I was thinking maybe I should make a directory for everything that goes into this navbar. But maybe I'm just gonna do the lazy thing and not do that yet. I think it's fine. Cool. So now for the next navbar stuff. Oops, this is, I guess, technically navbar collapse and collapse. And this should be navbar nav. I'm just gonna copy this. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, don't see them. Oh, there they are. Hey. Okay. Wonder why it needs an ID. Both examples had that. Navbar nav, me auto, nav item. And then nav link. Can I just add a class name to this? Hope so. Nav link active. Oh, no, active is not necessarily true. Okay, that's kind of nice. Okay, what else can we do? I wonder if I can also align those to the left. I don't know what causes my menus to be on the right side. Also, this is, I think we need to do something with that button if it's not wide enough. So that's probably these. Unexpected end of file. Oh, no closing tag because this is a little stricter. Okay. Oh, definitely did not intend that. That's funny. Okay, it's something else. Oh, it's this one. Okay, that seems to be better. What am I missing? Oh, I guess this needs to be in the container. Everything needs to be. I don't know why I need a container. Okay. Oh, and that probably doesn't work because I probably need their JavaScript. Okay, so I do need that Bootstrap JavaScript file. Maybe I can just do a CDN for now. It's definitely something I would like to fix later, just because I don't really rely on CDNs. What's popper? Okay, let's see if this works. Sorry, I'm a little confused. I was looking for the index.html. Nothing yet. Okay, what am I missing? Okay, this is the one. Should be fine. Okay, maybe I just don't know how this works. Maybe I'm missing something. Sometimes when you see, when you go through the DOM and there's an event on something, you can actually see that and it will give you something clickable. It's not here. I wonder if maybe there's an extra step that needs to be done with Bootstrap. Oh shit, okay, I am a little bit worried about something because sometimes the way these things work is that you load the Bootstrap thing and then after yeah, so basically as soon as you load it in, it will go through HTML, find everything that it needs to add JavaScript to, like this button, and add those events. Except we are using React right now, which means that when Bootstrap gets loaded, these buttons don't exist yet. They only exist after a new render. So I wonder if I'm gonna, yeah, if there's like a sort of general recommendation on how to use these things together. Bootstrap, JavaScript, React. Cannot be the only person. Okay. That's possible. I can switch to their component system. Do I want to do that? Well, it sure would be nice if I could make this work. So let's just figure out how to do it with Bootstrap React. Is this an official project? Okay, I just wanted to make sure that if I'm gonna download some React thing for Bootstrap, that it's not just some one person kind of developing this. I guess a good way to find out would be to take a look at how many downloads there are. It's 3,300 forks. Okay, this looks pretty good. Okay, cool. Let's just do this. Oops, I want version 2. Okay, and then I also can get rid of I assume I can get rid of the CDN JavaScript. It didn't do anything anyway. And that's probably mean I need to change the navbar. Or everything I wrote so far, I'll probably need to redo. Unfortunately, which should take me less long. I don't like. I no longer have control over which HTML elements are used everywhere. So I like, creating good HTML that's semantically correct. So who knows what this gets turned into now. mistyping this. For some reason navbar feels like 2 words, so it's a bit weird that navbar has lowercase and other stuff like nav drop down does not. Okay. This must be the toggler. This all looks super similar, so that's good. I like the ARIA controls. I don't really know them that well, but I'm gonna just use what they use. Okay. Gonna rename this to navigation links because navbar, all these things are very similar. Hopefully this will be a little bit more clear. Okay, still have an error. Navbar TSX. Should be good. Okay, I think it already was good. So what else? Navigation drop down? No, we don't want that. We want a simpler one. Oh, it's just nav.link. Okay. Okay, this is going to be an interesting conflict because we have nav.link here, but also router wants to have its own link component. So this is an example why all these tools basically giving us components. It isn't always the right thing. Sometimes all you need is a class. It's maybe I would have preferred here. Because even if there's like a workaround, I think it's just like that's something you have to memorize. It's hard to just Google that stuff. Okay, what's nav? Oh, didn't have it imported yet. Import. That's disappointing. I'm also missing the bright colors here. Let's see. Me auto. No. Navbar dark. Is that a good guess? No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, it is. No, it wasn't. This works. Okay, let's just look up what kind of properties it supports. Variant, okay. Why doesn't that work? Okay, I have another guess. Like something happens. Oh wait, was something here too? Something changes. So I'm kind of curious, like, is something happening or nothing at all? Okay, something is happening. So JavaScript definitely works. It's possible that even before I added all these components, JavaScript worked. Which honestly, if true, fuck, I might actually want to return to that. It's gonna be too annoying. I should have done more check-in git commits, but I didn't do that. Yeah, so I think it's gonna stick to the plan for now. But anyway, this tells me something else, that JavaScript works. The menu is just not visible. Except when I do this. Yeah, that works. It's nice to see it work. So I think what I'm guessing is that actually there's some global stuff I need to do first. Basically general Bootstrap rules. Can I deduce it from here? Like I thought maybe they have a body with some classes, but it looks like they have something here. Oh wait, this is the nav bar again. Some custom overrides CSS. Okay, I don't see anything in particular, so let's go to Bootstrap. Getting started. Nope, that's the wrong one. Introduction, CSS, starter template. Okay. This is useful. I think the char set is supposed to be at the top, because I think as soon as the browser finds this tag, it might just start parsing again, so it's better to do this as early as possible. Okay. Does it have to do with that ID? I think that's the only thing I just straight up skipped. I do actually kind of like it on the left side, but it's not gonna fix my problem yet. Oof, nice, cool. That totally works for me. Where's my stuff? Okay, I'm just gonna Google it. Bootstrap navbar toggle not working. There we go. Oh. Wait. Oh, I should take a look. Oh yeah, this is recent. Okay. So I guess the toggle should target something. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see how we do it in React Bootstrap. Navbar toggle. So that ID was a red herring after all. Interesting. Collapse, navbar collapse. I guess should I do it in React? Because like I can just do an on toggle. No, I don't want that because it has to. What's more important is like how this is shown. Okay. What am I missing? What's in the toggle? Okay. Yeah, maybe I will have to do this. I don't know if this is the right way, but I think I can do this with React. Maybe I should take another look at boot swatch. How does this look again? Okay, it does entirely fold out. For some reason I didn't realize that the first time. I'm okay with that, I guess. Okay, but it seems to at least match me changing collapse, the collapse class. So, okay, I'm just gonna try this. Maybe later on I'll find out there's an easier way. So if I saw that correctly, you can do an on toggle. False. So we're gonna just store the current status in a Boolean. So if it's true, it's open. It's false, it's closed. So by default, it's closed. Is a little function that changes the state. Oh yeah, I need to get use state from React. Can I just do this? No. Trying a few different things. See if I can make this a little shorter. That means no error, right? Can only be default imported, okay. Yeah, we're definitely not allowed to do that. It's too bad. I just like to keep this short. That's why I want to get rid of the default or the required import for everything React. Cool. Then last thing I need to do is pass on the nav status. Open. So we're passing this property to navigation links component. And now all I think I have to do is just make sure that the collapse class is gone. Oh, you know, one thing I didn't do here is use their component for whatever this needs to be. So this is React Bootstrap components. Navbar. So this part I didn't do, and that was probably my mistake. Collapse. It does have to have an ID. I'm gonna leave it out and see what happens. I'm only going to use this for now. I don't know what the others are. role is required. Exotic component. Interesting. Okay, so this doesn't have that error. Oh, what's this? Okay. Oh man, did I miss all this stuff? Basic nav var nav. Yeah. Role. I assume this is an ARIA role. I don't know ARIA roles. Is nav good? Interesting that it requires it. It's navigation, not nav. I want to get it right. It's for accessibility, so I imagine it's harder to remember later to fix these things. Okay, so now I use their component. Does it change anything? Yeah, it did. Oh my god. Okay. I'm a dummy. So let's get rid of this again. Oh, this is an error. Cool. Finally. Some success here. I think it folds in a little bit too early. I don't know how wide I'm gonna make this app. I guess this is a good width. It can be smaller. So I'm assuming I changed that width. Okay, I don't know what the options are for expand. Small MD is probably what I'm looking for. Under LG. Cool, yeah. It's better. I don't know how wide the app will be, but probably not super wide. So this is also still broken now because we're using their links, their link object instead of React router. Because we don't want a full reload every time I click. So that should be fixed. Hopefully this is optional. It's all like guessing. Okay, that's good. Cool. It doesn't do full refresh anymore. Okay. Let's try to do the remainder. content, layout, typography. Cool. This is already fine, I guess. What do I actually want? I want more space. That's, I think, kind of first. So this is just called a container. I guess I can import container now too. If I'm gonna go in with this stuff, I should go all in. No, I'm not importing it yet. Import container. Oh, okay, that did something meaningful. I think it changed the space, so that's good. Yeah, it's in the middle now. It's much nicer. And I think this looks a little bit different too. Cool. I kind of like where this is at now. What else do you have for me? Buttons. Typography. Whew. It's definitely, they're pretty intense colors. Cool. Yeah, I think there's nothing super important here that I need to patch up now. I think it'd be nice to eventually maybe turn something nice, this into something nicer, but I think it's a good place to leave it for today. I think we've been streaming just over an hour. So let's review our goals. So I fixed the live server so it doesn't crash all the time. I'm done. Add Bootstrap and add theme from Bootswatch. Because I want to cap the time to about an hour, I'm not going to make a project page. Because what we have here is really just a placeholder for a future thing. Because in the last episode, I made a standard component that will just take any API response and turn it into something. Future goal. Oh yeah, that's something I need to fix too. I think so. In the next episode, I'm probably going to actually start working on building those pages out. So I want to go to projects because it's a simple one, and start building the entire interface that lets the user add a project, edit a project, look at lists of projects. So just the CRUD stuff. I'm also, first thing probably I'll do in the next episode is just change the theme again, because it was kind of fun for the first 10 minutes, but now it's making my eyes a little tired, and I think it needs to be a little bit less dark, so we'll do that too. So I think that's it for today. So as a reminder, if you watch this on YouTube now or after, you can find pull requests in the description that contain all the work I've done in this specific episode. So if I was going a little bit too fast, or you just want to review in your own time casually what changes I've been making, then definitely just have that open on your computer. And I think it's all for today. So maybe see you back next week. Who knows when I'm streaming again. Bye.